We're literally just
Sure.
creating a place for everybody to meet and decide, do they like each other? Do they want to do business?
Awesome. And I asked you before the show, by the way, how much I owe you. Put my deal over there. You said, Vinny, zero. I just totally dropped. There's so many platforms. They charge commissions and percentages and setup fees. They nickel and dime you to death. So that's very kind of you to put it all together.
Dear friends, this is Vinney Chopra. Thank you for liking the podcast and all the shows. Vinny and Walter, we do that Abundance Mindset show, which goes live in all social channels on Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, and also Vinny and Bo show, which goes also on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. And thank you for really liking the books and all the content that my team puts out for you. Please enjoy this episode. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, Vinney Chopra back again. I hope you're liking the content that my team is putting out. I'm putting out every week, Abundance Mindset Show Thursday, Vinny and Bo Show Friday every week, and then also podcast Apartment Syndication Made Easy. My 3 books also on Amazon now, Apartment Syndication, Positivity Brings Profitability, and my newest book, Assisted Living, Senior Living Investing Made Easy. I've got a great friend, Damion Lupo, a big icon in USA in the EQRP business, has been my good friend and just a great personality. Lots and lots of people in USA know her well. He invented the QRP, and I have my business with him, and I'm so glad he's in the studio. We're going to talk about something really unique. It's going to blow you away, how you could put your deals on this special platform that he's giving back to the community, and also about housing, how to build houses. I'll let him explain. Hi, Damion. How are you, brother? How are you?
Good, Vinny. It's so good to see you, man. It never fails. Every time I see you, you're beaming. It's like having the sun blasting me. I need sunglasses for this thing.
I thank you. I'll be 72 this August, 72. I'm so excited. My life is like I'm opposite of that, 27. I feel and I want to be healthy and be mindful and everything, so that you're not going to retire. If you retire, it just degrades your life and everything, but enjoy the memories. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciate that. So Tell me more about that. You have been pivoting and giving back to the great people who have really built you up and your businesses and so on.
Yeah, so we've decided to do a couple of things. One, we're trying to find ways. The entire mission, when I started doing what I'm doing about a decade ago, it was about breaking financial bondage, and that started giving people control of retirement money. And things evolve. I'm constantly asking the question, how can I help people get free so that they're not slaves to money? And so that evolved. And inside of EQRP, we now created this space called the Deal Marketplace, where our community members get access to all sorts of really great deals that people like you are doing. And it gives people a chance that are putting deals together to share those with the community. So there's thousands of people that are there. And that was, it's another way for people to get more access, to connect with more people. And it was missing. It's not out there. It's really hard to try to connect all these dots. Everybody's doing it by themselves. And we thought, why can't we just create an environment that gives everybody a chance to connect with a lot more people really fast? And so that's what Deal Marketplace is done. And it's brought to you and the world by the EQRP team. So that's really exciting that we've created that, and that launched just this week.
That is so amazing. I'm so glad. And you just launched it this week. We'll put the show notes, the link and everything, so that people can go there and also really see what kind of deals are out there, as multifamilies going through some challenging times right now. And I've put together a strategic income fund with my partner, 506C, which is for accredited investors only. Love to get that in front of lots of people. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a tremendous platform where syndicators or fund managers or people, now you'll be regulating, right? What kind of deals are put there and so forth, so that people are able to make their own decisions, of course, because the liability issue and all that. But the key thing is to really put an exposure, give it to them what the choices are, and let the individual investors reach out to the operators and so forth, look at their track record, look at where they have been, and then feel comfortable about investing with them. Sure.
But
Fabulous, fabulous.
it,
How long it took you to put this whole thing together? Oh my gosh.
it's too many hours and days and weeks and a lot of brain damage. And it's funny. We have these great ideas and we go, oh, I can do that in 5 minutes. And
Yeah,
then months and sometimes years later, we've been thinking about this for about 2 years and
yeah,
decided at the beginning of this year that it was something that was really important because a lot of people, we wanted to help people that were putting deals together that are
yeah,
wanting to create things and needed to connect with people that had money. And we also wanted to share a lot more options with our community. And
yes.
we have one project. We're doing one project that is very important called FrameTech, but we're not doing.
Hmm.
There's a million other things out there, and FrameTech is a great fit for some people, and it's also just one of many things to look at. So we thought we want to give people a lot more things to look at, and so we're being mindful that hey, you know what, we're doing our best to find great people. And then people have to
Hmm.
decide, does this fit me? Do I like the team? Do they have a good track record? Do they have any track
Yes,
record? So it's putting the information in front of people and then trusting them to make good decisions. We're not going to decide for them. We're literally just creating a
surely.
place for everybody to meet and decide, do they like each other and do they want to do business?
Awesome. And I asked you before the show, by the way, how much I owe you. Put my deal over there. You said, Vinny, zero. I just totally dropped. There's so many platforms, they charge commissions and percentages and setup fees. They nickel and dime you to death. So that's very kind of you to put it all together. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I I think that it's easy to talk about abundance and it's easy to talk about doing good things. It's hard to do it, and sometimes you
Mhm.
have to be willing to say, okay, I'm going to build this and I'm going to give it to the world and let things work out the way that they're going to work out. I don't think there's a lack of resources or opportunity. And so what I'm hopeful for is that this helps a lot of people break their shackles. That's the mission. And I think that this is going to help do that.
Excellent, excellent. And you and I know how many people in America, retirement funds, they are tied up on the Wall Street, and we need to bring it into the mainstream. And you're doing fabulous job with the product that you design, EQRP. You're the inventor of it, and I've had you on my show several times, and I really appreciate it. I know the passive wealth symposium. I still remember that. I have that whole recording actually, where people stayed long hours to ask their questions and you kept on giving them, brother. So I've got the main presentation and the question answers you did. You were just amazing. Let's talk about FrameTech. Now, what's that and how it's going to help the industry, real estate industry?
As a lot of people are watching, there is a huge problem with construction. We can't get things built or we can't get them built fast enough. We have
Yeah,
millions and millions of missing homes and apartments. And the problem is the construction industry can't keep up. And it's unless people want to do the things like
yeah.
swinging hammers. And quite frankly, there's not really any innovation. And there's some interesting things with the 3D printing and such, but
Mhm.
most houses and apartments are built the same way they were built 50 years ago. They have a nail
So
gun and
true.
they have people in the sun and the rain putting things together on site, which is very inefficient and there's a lot of waste. And so what FrameTech is, it's a vertically integrated company that takes a plan for a house or an apartment and it puts it into our manufacturing plant and builds all of the bones, the floors, the walls, the trusses for the roof, and then takes it out to the site and puts it together. And what's wild, not only are we more efficient, we're, I mean, not a little bit more efficient, but normally a process that takes 2 months for somebody to do this, it takes us 2 weeks for the whole process. And
Wow.
not only is it really efficient, but it's not just the speed, but the quality. Our quality is better than
Quality.
anything in the world because it's all put together within 1/32nd of an inch inside the plant. So everything is perfect. Truly, it's you don't have defects the way
Mhm.
that you do on site. And one of the really interesting things that you can understand the economic value, there's a lot of waste. If you go to a house that's being built, there's like
Mhm.
three, an average house, 2,000 square foot house has 3 dumpsters full of wood. That's the average amount of waste. When we do it our
Wow.
way, the frame tech way,
Mhm.
it's a 40-gallon bucket of sawdust. There's hardly any waste. It's 95% less waste.
Wow.
And not only is that good for the environment, but imagine how much money that saves. So we're helping to
Exactly.
make housing more affordable. We're doing it quickly. Our first plant is almost done. It'll be producing at the end of the summer. So we've been working on it for a couple of years. And the second
Mhm.
plant is being built about 100 miles away here in Arizona. So not only is this really
Mhm.
cool for people to hear about and potentially invest in, but also to be able to come and see it, to go and walk in and see what the
Mhm.
future of construction looks like. This is going to disrupt the entire construction industry, Vinny. It's really cool.
I love it. I love it. You shared this a few months back, and I'm just so eager to. And as I was mentioning, I'm building senior assisted livings and RALs, residential assisted livings there in Phoenix, Scottsdale area. I just got in contract in 2 hours, 10 bedroom and 9.5 bathroom home, which was built for assisted living. And I'm going through getting the application done and closing in 7 to 10 days, very fast seller financing the whole bit. What's location in Phoenix? No, in Arizona.
Yeah,
That's
so
your
there's
plan.
there's two plants. The one that is finished that the machinery will be producing this summer is about 45 minutes north of Phoenix. So it'll serve Phoenix, and
Wow.
the other one is just south of Phoenix. So together they'll serve about 98% of the state of Arizona. So if you want to build another home in Phoenix or Scottsdale, we can do all of that, and we're going to do it about 5 times faster than anybody else can build it.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to look for land now, brother.
Yeah.
Because I want to build 30 units or 20 units senior assisted living. I've been building 98 units and so forth in Florida and Virginia, and have my share of so many headaches. But I think with your helping me and with me providing the drawings and everything, I think we could do it. Oh my gosh.
I wanted to really start the business of investing in real estate, but guess what? I had zero money at all. Hey there, this is Vinney Chopra. Actually, I came from India with $7 in my pocket, and I wanted to really start the business of investing in real estate. But guess what? I had zero money at all. I mean, to invest in. So that's when I was getting sick and tired of my W-2 job, and I wanted to start working for me so that I can get, financial freedom. And I know you might be looking into that also. But how I did that was by pooling the money together from different investors. It's called syndication. I started with one investor, and now I have a list of 370 investors. And I started from a duplex of 2 units, duplex, to $440 million in business. And actually, you could get that all from this book I wrote. This Apartment Syndication Made Easy. You could get a free copy of that by going to vcfreebook.com, and you'll be able to get all the tricks and all the strategies that it took me to be able to go from zero money, literally zero money I had, left my job, and also now able to, do all the syndications and purchase a lot of apartment complexes and things like that. So please click the link below in my bio so that you could get this free book, which is at vcfreebook.com.
So you have moved to Florida, Arizona too, is that right? No.
Yeah, I'm literally, if I ran really fast and jumped off of my backyard, I could probably land in the plants. It's about half an hour from where I live. So it's one of the things that's really important is to have people that are deeply part of something that are close by. My office is there, and I can drive there and be there in 30 minutes.
Holy cow. Next time I fly with me and my daughter Monica, we were just there, toured some properties and all. Now highway operators, so we got the first one almost there, then the second, third, fourth, fifth. I'll be definitely calling you when I come there, and we'll have lunch together or dinner together, brother. Yeah, I love that STK steaks. I remember I took my team there. It was a big bill, $900 or something, but it was good steak. Are you vegetarian or you eat steak and all?
It's funny. I hadn't eaten steak since 1999, and I just started again. So if you're a vegan, you're probably really upset that I'm saying that, but it was one of those things. I just thought, I listened to Tony Robbins in 1999, and I decided I was going to not eat steak. And I realized that I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah, we just went to Ruth Chris's for Mother's Day here in Walnut Creek, steak and lobster. My whole family, we just into it. Let's talk about, so how did this whole idea came to your mind? I know there's so much shortage of housing, number one. and lots of people are, getting into build to rent, build to own industry. So this is single family or townhouses or any kind of plans we could provide to you. Give us some idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so really it's anything that, so 92% of the housing, whether it's houses or apartments or townhouses, it's built with wood. It's built with
Yeah.
2x4s,
Yeah.
2x6s. And so we can build apartments, houses, even small, short, like 4 or 5 story hotels. Most of what we're going to
Wow.
focus on, it's a niche. We're going to be able each of these plants produces 3,000 houses or the equivalent number of apartments per year. So in
Mm.
Arizona, we'll produce about 10,000 houses a year. That represents maybe 5 or 6% of what's being built. So there's a lot of
Uh-huh.
opportunity, and we're literally going to be the best, the fastest, the most efficient, and the most green of
I love
anybody.
it.
There's not even a close second. It's not like a little bit different. It was just
Yes.
it was Vinny, it was a problem that is everywhere. And the guys that
Mhm.
invented this came to us and they said, we have this idea. And at first we thought they were full of baloney. We said, this
Mm.
can't be real. And then we met with them and we really liked them. And we said, okay, we believe in what you're doing and we believe in you and we trust you. So we'll bring the money. And they thought we were literally lying to them. They said, there's no
Mhm.
way you're going to bring $40 million. And we started sending them money a couple weeks later, and 2 years later, here we are with this plant. And it was based on relationships. It was based on trust
I love
and
it.
many years of knowing people. And that's what's fun, is doing business with people that you actually like and know and trust. It's a lot easier than trying to force things with bad people.
Mhm. So true, so true. And I'm just picturing it. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, and then I did my MBA in USA. But I'm just seeing that this whole factory, I can't wait to get out there and see the sawmills and other machineries and lifts and everything
You're
working on.
Vinny, you're gonna see robots. We have robots. We have 3 robots. They're KUKA robots. We call them Larry, Moe, and Curly, and they do all these really cool things. And it's wild to see all these robots doing things that are going to help protect the people. So a lot of times people get really freaked out about robotics and AI and such. And what we're doing is
Mhm.
all those jobs that hurt people, that they get hurt on
Yes.
doing really rough things. The robots are going to do those over and over. They're never going to complain and they're not going to get hurt. So we're
Yeah.
integrating this technology. So like our plant is almost fully automated. And then there's the people that are they're
Wow.
running machines. It's more sophisticated. That's really fun because we're marrying technology and humans and everybody wins. And then people actually
That's
have a
amazing.
great job that they can stay for years and be happy, and they're not destroyed because of the backbreaking mechanical movements they keep making. So we've really thought about how everybody wins. And I think that's something really important to think about when you're investing. How does everybody win? Like the community
Yes.
wins, the investors win, the environment wins. There's like everybody is a winner here. And that's what's really cool when you have a 100% stakeholder win streak. There's no losers in this.
I love it. I totally love it. So, like for anybody who's listening to us or watching us, how can they get started? They got to have piece of land, have the permits pulled and everything, have drawings made up by their architect, and right. What requirements do you have for a individual single family home owner or residential assisted living? In my case, yeah.
Yeah, really what it is, when we go online this summer in a few months, people will be
Hmm.
able to basically reach out and they'll be able to give us plans, and then we'll convert those plans, and then we'll take the
Man.
plans, and a couple weeks later they're going to have things that'll be framed at their location. So it's really that straightforward. This is the way these are built. They have about a 200-mile radius. So we'll be serving Arizona with these plants, and then the future
Mhm.
locations that we're rolling out, you can see it on frametech.com. It's tec.com. You'll see where
Mhm.
we're going to in Texas and the Carolinas and Tennessee and Florida. And so you can see where these are coming. And what we think is going to happen as soon as we go online, we're going to have a lot of places that are going to say, please bring this. We've had places in Pennsylvania and Montana and
Mhm.
Idaho. And the economic development committees and councils are reaching out, asking us if we'll bring these plants because they know what the impact of this is going to be on the community. So it's everybody wins. And so when you have one coming to your community or your state, you literally just say, okay, here, I'm ready to go. And it's going to be a really streamlined process. The easiest building process that anybody's ever experienced is what FrameTech is going to be.
I love it. I love it. Frame tech. It just, as you were talking about the whole framing and coming, it just reminded me about Tesla's CEO. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Come on,
You talking
Vinny.
about Elon?
Yeah, Elon Musk. Now, what kind of things? Any competition? With I know he also is promoting home built, right? But that's different style, isn't it? That's like a mobile home or something.
Yeah,
Hmm?
I imagine Elon's gonna try to find it. And he loves solving problems with deep technology. And
Yeah.
so here's what I'll tell you. Whatever Elon does, we're gonna cheer him on and hope he wins because the
Yes,
problem is so big that it doesn't matter what anybody does, the problem is still
totally,
gonna be there. So we're like
totally.
we don't have competition. We have a lot of people in
No.
industry and we're all helping to solve the problem. So whatever
Yes.
Elon does, I love because I just think he's out there trying to do things 10 times better, 10 times more efficiently, 10 times cheaper.
Mhm.
That's just his mindset. So whatever
Mhm.
he's doing, I'm a fan of.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That we pave the way and even get more and more cost reductions and maybe more expansions. And I love that people should adopt, and you are adopting robots and AI. That's the future. That's the future. A lot of people think that, oh, the jobs will be cut and so forth like that. Not really. We have seen such a big difference from 2020, COVID, to now, where things are at the highest peak and productivity is way up and everything, and such a huge shortage. Is it 20 million homes shortage or something in USA? There is some ungodly number. I
Yeah,
know.
it's probably a number that's significantly more. 4 or 5
Mm,
years ago, we thought 6 or 7 million, and then millions and millions of people have come here, have come across, have immigrated.
yes.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
people, and that just puts more pressure. So there's a massive
Totally.
demand, which like we need more people creating solutions for this,
Hmm.
for all of these things. And especially in places like a lot of places, you have this deep pressure of people moving south. They're moving south
Yeah.
and they're moving to the coasts. And so there's a lot of needs there and they just can't
Hmm.
keep up. The system can't keep up. So I mean, and that's one of the reasons that this is such an exciting thing to do. Not only does it solve a problem, but people love, we had about 100 investors come down and we're here about a month ago and they walked into the
Hmm.
plant and they thought, wow, this is literally the
Hmm.
best thing I've ever invested in. And so they could put their
Oh,
arms around it and they could see it. And so it's really cool to have people, and
awesome.
there's that opportunity for people to be able to invest in FrameTech
Hmm.
and be a part of it. So I think it's fun to be a part of anything where you're building and solving problems and changing things for the better.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute now. You are doing two plants. So are you raising money
We
for
are.
other two and three and all? You want to
Yep.
say anything that you could say on the podcast? Is it for accredited investors? We could even speak a lot more than, because if it's for accredited investors 506C,
It
we
is.
could talk about numbers. We can talk anything you feel comfortable, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a 506c. It's accredited investors only. It's the first plant is we raised all the money for that. So this is the second plant. And so there's opportunities and where our
Mhm.
expectations based on what we've done so far is that this will be in the mid 30s internal rates of return. And it's probably going to be
Wow.
about a 4x over 5 years. And that's when you're building something from the ground up, especially manufacturing, you're creating
Yes.
so much value and
Value.
ultimately, it's the value is based on the revenue, and we know what the revenue is going to look like because the industry is very predictable. So
Okay.
that's why people are looking at this as a home run. They're saying, "Wow,
Yeah.
you're going to be
Mhm.
an industry leader." And one of the cool things is people that are investing are going to actually get a part of the IP, which we have patents that have been not only filed but approved. So
Oh, wow.
the technology, people get to own a piece of that. And that's when you think about
Oh,
Coca-Cola, you think about their trademarks and the patents and things,
yes.
they're worth more than what they make in revenue
Totally.
just because of the
Totally.
name and the formula. So
Mm.
that's something that I think it's very interesting to be able to be early enough to be a part of that. And you can see a plant. It's not just a napkin or an idea, but these returns are you almost don't want to even say something like that because it seems crazy. But then when you actually go out and you stand in there and you
Mhm.
see the automation and you see what we're
Mhm.
doing and how fast and how efficient and how beautiful it is, it's really obvious why it's worth as much as it is. And so these returns are going to be incredible from everything we've seen so far. And the fact that the plant will be on and producing in 90 days, the
Oh,
risk has
wow.
really changed. We're that close
Mhm.
and you can see the thing live up close and personally. So it's there. It's available to check out on frametech.com. You can get all the information
Please.
and
Yeah,
please do
please.
visit, check
Frame
it
Tech.
out.
FRAMTEC, right?
ETEC. Yeah. So there's,
EC.
yeah, yeah,
FRAM, frame E, and then tech, TEC.com.
TEC.com.
Love it. Love it. You know what, David, I love to have you back again, brother. I think it will be fantastic if we could even share or show pictures and all in video, because this whole podcast goes into videos and everywhere, social medias and all. And of course, on Spotify and lip sync, iHeart and all that stuff.
I got a great idea for you. Let's get together and
Yes.
we'll do a live at the plant. I'll walk you and we'll go
Ah,
through and they can see it and they can see all the stuff that's going on. It'll be a really
done.
cool thing. I mean,
Done, brother,
that'll be
done.
killer.
Excellent. It'll be great because I know I'll be closing on this deal, senior assisted living, in about 10 days. And we are already getting the backyard, putting things in front and all. And my director is, we're going to be buying furnitures and everything. So we're going to be just ready. So I'll fly in, done.
Can't
And
wait.
then we'll
So
go
fun.
and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We'll do that soon. Before I let you go, I definitely want to ask you, I know you always have had such abundance mindset, and you take care of your health and everything, and also meditation. Do you want to say a little bit about that?
I can tell you that there have been times where I wasn't putting time and energy and I was too busy grinding away. And I think that grinding is important for you. You got to do the work. And
Yeah.
what I've noticed is that there's not only is the other stuff more fulfilling and better, and there's a way more success when you actually are
Hmm.
still enough and so not only being mindful and meditating in that silence and the quiet space, which is really hard anymore. I think the idea of abundance is a practice. It's not, you don't just say one
Hmm.
day I'm abundant. You literally have to practice it, and it's little steps. And there's a million ways to do that. But one of the things that I love is one, being grateful and then sharing that gratitude with
Hmm.
the most random of people. It's always fun to shock somebody with generosity. And
Totally.
quite frankly, there's if you when you really believe, if you believe you're an abundant person, then you can let go of those dollars and those things. And when you start impacting other people, it's a strange thing because it's addictive. Like you want to do more of it because it fills your heart. And so I love that practice. I don't think it has to be more complicated than that. I think literally giving to other people, especially strangers, in whatever way you like, is just
Yeah.
such a powerful way to have a better experience as a human on this planet while we
Yeah.
have the time.
So true, so true. And you feel so happy if you're helping, you're giving, like in the restaurants. We go, we spend so much money to give that waiter 25% or 50%, whatever, once in a while. It just brightens their day. Or take $100 bill, which I'm sure some people watching us have done it. I've done it. Sometimes I've done $20 bills, five of them, to just give it out that day, and $50 bills, things like that. Small things. But miracle morning, what you're talking about, paying gratitude, being happy where you are, and how you're going to be really take care of your body. I'll be 72. I was sharing with you before the podcast. I'm just so geared to make sure that I do the things I need to do to keep myself healthy, physically and mentally, emotionally, everything, and make memories with my family and travel and things like that, and give to charities and all that stuff.
I love that you're doing that, and I think you're a great example for people to really
Ah,
embrace that. It's really sad the amount of people that I've seen in their 60s and 70s that they got so distracted by creating money and investing, they forgot to put their health first, and then all of a sudden,
mhm.
it doesn't really seem to make any difference how much money they have. They're just in
Yeah.
pain all the time, and they're thinking, "Oh man, maybe if I die, I can get out of this pain." Like that's
Mhm.
really what happens if you don't put your health first. And it's literally it's very simple. You move around and you put the right things in your
That's it.
mouth, and then you have a great
Oh,
mindset. Like it's those
oh.
three things, like boom.
You did it. You did it. You heard it, guys. Everybody, please, if you like this episode, share it with others. Give comment, give 5-star reviews on the iTunes and so forth. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you'd like to invest passively as a limited partner, reach out to me. I've got a strategic income fund, 506C fund. We are actually raising $5 million right now to be able to invest and get a position of very strong $70 million multifamily by just putting a special money with them. And it's going to be big operator, like $1 billion, I think. And then also the good part is that we'll be carrying a very high percentage, and we are giving 12% returns per year straight, or 10% plus the equity gain. So it's a great fund if anybody would like to know. And also my academy, which I've giving it away actually for under $1,000, which cost me many thousands of dollars. And people have paid like 3,000 for that, 5,000. My mastermind, people pay me 100,000 now for one-on-one coaching. Also, I only have 3 students a year. But thanks again for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much, Damion. I totally thank you for taking the time. How can people reach you? You gave the website, but also they can reach you through Damion at EQRP or something like that. Please tell us.
Yeah, best way to reach me is really find me on LinkedIn, because then everybody can find me and they can get there and they can see it. But yeah, check out FrameTech and then visit me on LinkedIn, and can't wait to hear from people. And I can't wait to show people the plant. Come out to Arizona, take a vacation. We'll show you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Again, you heard it from my good friend Damion Lupo. That's Damion Lupo, Lupo. Thank you, Damion. God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Be sure to listen to Mr. Smiles next week with more golden nuggets and top-notch coaching tips. You can reach him by going to VinneyChopra.com. Be sure to like, comment, and share to show everyone how Mr. Smiles has brought your apartment syndication business to the next level.